Okay, now that the tweets has been sent out, let's get started. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the video, welcome to the stream. So yeah, let's get started. So yesterday I've been working on, let's see, basically I've been working on using GraphQL in GitHub API, and it kind of worked really well. There's been lots of bugs on my own side, like typos and not passing the correct arguments. So not really like anything wrong with the API itself, but yeah, the whole thing about using the APIs is like I'm learning a new thing, right? I'm learning a new thing, and hopefully everything will just work out the way it does. But you know, not every time you just get things right, so you have to keep trying. But basically, I think we have the basics working, so that's pretty good. But we do have to fix a critical bug today. So let me just do this. So there's been reports that the create repository function creates a public repo, even though if the user choose to create a private one. So today, first thing is that we're gonna create a hot update for that one, and then we're gonna work on the GraphQL API again. So let me switch gear to the main branch, and then we branch off from main. New repo hotfix. All right. So for this one, it's not gonna contain anything other than the fix for the repo, and we're gonna reload everything. So yeah, this is just like different, but you know, let's see what's going on here. Repository view model, and we're gonna have repo form view model, and we're gonna have the state somewhere, right? Oh yeah, visibilities. So visibilities is right here, and when we create visibility, it's gonna be okay. So when this view model is created, we have internal, private, and public. And when we create new repos, we basically call something, right? Create new repo, and hopefully repo something we created with the name, description, visibility to be selected visibility. Okay, seems that maybe this property is not really changing, so let's see what's going on here. Let's go into views, controls, repo form. Hopefully I have a two-way binding on this property, right? So somewhere I'm gonna have visibilities, combo box. Yeah, selected item is selected visibility on a two-way binding. So I'm not too sure what is going on here. So let's debug. And put a breakpoint over here. Oh, this is gonna be so retro. Oh my god. Okay, so compared to the dev branch, this looks so old. So old. But it doesn't matter. Okay, let's do new name test repo description. This is a test. Initialize readme. So let's choose private and click create, and visibility is set to private. That should work. What's going on here? So if I click continue, it go ahead and creates it, right? And let's see here. Do we have the test repo? We do, and it's not. It's a public repo, right? That's obviously a public repo. That is so weird. Okay, let's go into the where's my services. I bet I'm not using that value correctly here. So, oh, you know what? It's not this one. We want the post service, right? And we want to create a repo. What? It's just simply calling the API here. So what is going on? What is going on here? Okay, so it seems like there are two things that needs to be set. Private and visibility. So but it says get or sets whether the new repository is public, private, or internal. A value provided here overrides any value in the existing private field. So I'm not too sure what I'm doing wrong here, right? And so it seems there's a bug in the GitHub API itself. So you know what? Let's do this. Repo.private equals to repo.visibility equals to private, or repo.visibility equals visibility.internal. Though I think either of those conditions will create a private repo if I'm not mistaken. But you know, if there's some bug, what can we do? So let's run that again. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Today, first of all, we're fixing a bug that we're gonna roll out in a hot patch. Sorry, and then we keep working on the GraphQL API thing. So let's see if the bug is fixed. Test, test, test. Choose private and click on create. And there you go. It is. I say that's fixed because yeah, definitely that's fixed. Oh, you know what? Just to be absolutely sure, let's see if creating a public repo still works. So new another test initialize readme, and we're gonna do public. That's fine. Create another test, and this is public. That's okay. That's fine. Everything seems to be working. So let's push this one. Oh, I haven't done a build in a long time now. So let's see what needs to be done here. So first thing first, we need to create app package. Yep, 1.0.4 seems correct, and yeah, it's fine. Okay. This is the first time I'm actually packaging and compiling the whole app with Visual Studio 2022 and on this new machine that I have. So I'm really interested on like how long it'll take, but we are not going to just wait in the background here. So meanwhile, let's work on the GraphQL API, right? Like let's work on something like really interesting here. So for now, I think we're good on this part. So let's just make sure one thing. Let's just make sure that we are getting all the informations we're getting that we need to get from the GraphQL API. So let's go back to the Explorer, right? And let's write some more queries. Well, I can really hear my machine spinning. I'm really interested in how long this will take. Oh, you know what? It seems like it's almost done. That was crazy. Uh-oh. Certificate is not found. I don't really need the certificate, to be honest. What I can do is that I can delete it because it just isn't there. So let's try that again, I guess. Store association is also gone, right? Yeah, because if I go into my app, I don't really have this file right here. But it doesn't really matter. So let's try to build it again with the, let's just try building it, and then we'll see about the certificate. Building was okay, and you know what? Let's just look it up online. What exactly do we need in this case? UWP local temporary cert. Or we can do like local machine. Okay, doesn't really do the thing that I wanted to do. That's fine. That is fine. So, what if we do associate with the with an app in the store? It's not really an option for that. So let's cancel that. Create an app package. I think. Let's go back to 2.4. And generate and create. Was it already created before? Should be in here, right? Nope. Where would it be again? Like, it's been a long time since I've done this. Or is it simply just not here? You know what? Wow, it is building. It did take a really short amount of time, like surprisingly short time to do that. It was really to my surprise, right? Like before, I used to do this on my laptop, and it takes about an hour to go through this specific step, right? This like generating native code. It takes 1 hour every time. Now it takes like what, 1 minute? So the improvement is like crazy for me. I used to wait a really long time after every time I compile, and then I just sit there and wait for it because I don't want to miss like having it built, right? Oh, okay. So I just need to create one locally first. That's fine. That's not too bad. So let's see. Which page is that? Signing, right? Why is it nothing here? Publisher. So is it the manifest that I need to open? Packaging. Choose certificate. And create. That should do it, right? That should do the trick. So let's try publishing it again. By the way, I don't have any CI/CD at this moment, but I really like to have it at some point. But yeah, right now I don't have the energy to learn about how to build a CI/CD pipeline for my app. Well, that's the first thing. Second thing is that the build process for my app is going to change dramatically once I include like a web project and a React Native project and some C++ project. So I think it's best to wait until those already have like a good process to begin with, and then we start tinkering with having CI/CD, right? That's probably a smart idea. So right now, whatever I build, it'll just be replaced. So yeah, and it'll take a long time. So I don't really want that. So for here, what we really want is to pass in this number as well, because we're only looking for a specific pull request. So we're gonna do number, and it's gonna be an int, and we're gonna use it right here. And reviews, we're gonna get the first 20. Is that okay? You know what? Let's try 50 in this case, and 100 comments and 100 reactions. And for down here, we still need to pass in the variables. So owner is myself, name is Vader, and number is 23 if I remember correctly. So yeah, it exceeds it. That's bad. This request up to 505050 for some reason, right? And why is that? Okay, so I think for here, what we do is that we kind of need to tinker this API a little bit. So let's not fetch 100 for these. Let's just fetch 50, because I think 50 is also pretty reasonable for the amount of comments in the pull request and the amount of reactions in a single comment. And if there's really more, like I said, we can always load them individually in the page. So, it'll put some ease on our API, because even though we're putting everything in one API calls, it doesn't mean it'll be magically faster if we just load it with every single piece of data we want, right? Like, it'll still be slow if we fetch too many things at once. So I think this will work, pretty good. Oh, what is that? Why does it refresh the variables every single time? This is so annoying. Okay, it works, right? Okay. It does work. So that's pretty much it in terms of the number of parameters that we need. So the other thing, okay, let's just quickly copy this into our clipboard so it doesn't go away later. So the other thing that we need is, well, let's just think about this for a moment, right? For the pull request, what we really need, we don't really need the title, to be honest. We need the number, right? We need the number. So let's do this. Number ID repository itself, maybe not. So for the repo, we can do like a top level thing, right? So right here, let's do name. So let's do ID first, and then name, owner. But owner needs something else, right? But basically, we just need a login and avatar URL. And what else do we need for repository? I don't think we need anything else for the repository, to be honest. Like, this is the whole idea, right? Like, we have the information about the repository, we have the information about the pull request, and that's about everything we need for that. So reviews, let's see what we need in reviews. For each reviews, we're gonna fetch the first 50, and then for each reviews, we're gonna fetch the nodes, the IDs of each node, the state of the review, the URL of the review, author, when it is created, and for because for each reviews we have the commits, right? Yeah. Why do we need the commit for the reviews? Oh, we need to know. So commit also has comments, but the commit in the reviews is only associated with the review, so we don't really need comments in there. So comments is about the ones that are in the reviews, so those are the ones we need. And comments, we fetch the first 50, and we need to know if there's more, right? We need to know if there's more of these. How do we know if there's more of the comments? So for the nodes, can we be like, there's no count. So instead of nodes, can we be like, oh, total count, there we go. And you know what? Here is the, what is this? Certification kit. We actually don't need this. But you know what? Let's do it anyways, because it used to fail all the time on my own machine, you know, and it never mattered because it just fails on local machines. And when you actually submit the app, it runs the certification goes well in the app submission pipeline. So yeah, I'm not really worried, to be honest. So okay, here we basically found out that if before we request all the nodes, we can fetch for the total count of the nodes. Oh, it is launching the app and trying things. Okay, do your thing. I'm not worried. Okay, yeah, go ahead. So basically for the reviews, we're gonna do, okay, it is launching the app again. I just love the animation, don't you? Like, the animation is like really well done in this app, in my opinion. Like, it's sort of a pat on the back for myself, but it's really thanks to the animation libraries, the community toolkit, and everything my two designer has put out. It all made a huge difference in making the app looks polished and high quality. I know I have received lots of praises from the community. Oh, it all passed. That's great. Let's click on finish, and we're gonna submit this one. App packages, yay. And yeah, that should be the one. Sorry, I'm gonna do the uploading off screen if that's okay. Everything on this new computer is just faster. Like, building the whole package is like what? Building each single package took like probably 1 minute, right? 1 minute, 2 minutes, and I'm building like 4 packages in total. So that was like barely even 10 minutes, which is way faster than what it used to be on my laptop. Okay, seems like there's been some validation errors on my side, so I'm just gonna see if we can change it. Yeah, so definitely for okay. Okay, it seems like I need to create a new one basically. And forgive me for doing this off screen, but I need to enter my name. Oh god, do I have to repackage? But anyways, that's just part of the process. Let's do it. Create package. Yeah, let's just move it back to 4. And meanwhile, we can keep tinkering with the GraphQL thing over here. And yeah, so for the reviews, I think we also need the total count just to know if we're fetching enough. And yep, so that's a first. And then we're fetching the comments, and then we're fetching for the reactions for each comment. And here we also need the total count. All right, we also need the total count. In reply to, it has an ID, so we're gonna need to do some tinkering here still, right? And we're gonna have the div found, the path, the position repository. Okay, and we're gonna have the body, the author, request review ID. That's fine. So that's comments of the reviews. Okay, next thing we need are the actual comments, right? And I think we're gonna need to do like first 50. Oh god, I hope everything is okay if I do this, because it's gonna be let's see, 50 times 50 times 50 is 122,000. And if we do this 3 times, okay, we're gonna end up with 50 pull requests, 50 reviews, 50 comments, 50. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough, right? Because if we do 50 for everything, then that's like what? That's 5 of these, and it's definitely gonna go above what the API allows, right? But you know what? That's actually not the case. So for commits, we're not actually going that deep. Same thing for the comments. They don't have replies. And also for the events, they also don't go deep. And also for the commit comments. So it's fine. We're only going to 3 layers deep for the reviews. So we should be okay in this case. That's yeah, no problem. So total count, notes. And for the comments, we're gonna have ID, we're gonna have the body, we're gonna have the commenter, no, author. And for the author, we want the login and the avatar URL. And that's pretty much everything we need. And the reactions. And so there we go. That's the 50. 1 layer down. I hope that's the only layer we're going. Total count, nodes, reactable content, user. I think login is the only thing we need at this point for the actually don't need the reactable, right? So the content is okay. So let's see what does reactable has. Reactions, what are they? So reactable, a subject that can be reacted on. Yeah, we definitely don't need this. We just need the content, basically. The content URL and the and the ID. I think is everything we need, right? Like if we need to delete it, we need ID. To display it, we need the user and the content, and that's basically everything we need. Yeah, we don't need anything else from this. Yeah, we should be good for the reactions. So like, is that all we need for the comments? That's probably it, right? Hello, welcome to my stream. I really like the feature on GitHub. It lets you see username people who like to comment. Would you like next time? Oh, list of reactions. And you know what? I was just working on that. Yeah, you know what? GitHub, the current version of GitHub that's in the store doesn't have this feature, and I actually already implemented in my local development branch. Just be on the lookout for the next version. Or the next version, because the next version is going to be today's hot patch for the new repo bug. But but when I do finish the local development, I'm gonna push that one out. That one has lots of new features. The pull request page is gonna the conversation page is gonna have like a total revamp. There's gonna be like way more information over there, and the API is gonna be like way faster. Also, every single comment in either in pull request or issue pages, they all gonna have reactions, and you're gonna be able to see them. They're gonna use the built-in Windows emojis for displaying the reactions, and it's gonna look awesome, and you're gonna be able to like see all the reactions. And maybe I'll think about having like all the reactions for the whole issue. I'm not too sure about that, but like it definitely you're gonna be able to see it for like the each individual comments for sure. I've streamed in the past like the process of how I built it, and all the screenshots are in the UWP community Discord server in the GitHub channel. So if you take a look, there's like a screenshot over there of how it works and how it looks. So yeah, pretty good process. So yeah, right now we're just gonna so see, like even right here testing with the GraphQL API, I'm still tinkering with reactions, right? And because reactions is important, right? It conveys a message of how everybody feels about your pull requests or comments or your reviews. So it's a very important piece of data. And I think that's all we need for a single comment. It closes over here, I want to say. Reviews, comments, and we also need commits. And we're gonna load the first 50 in this case. We're gonna need a total count, and we're gonna need a nodes object to contain all of the nodes. And we're gonna need the ID. I think ID is just a chart, right? So we don't need a chart specifically. And we're gonna need the message, no. Title, no. Content. Wait, commit. What is this? Okay, commit title. Nope. Content. Comments. Yeah, actually that's the piece that we need. Oh my god. Okay. And hooray, everything passed. And app packages. Hopefully this one works. I'm gonna try to do the upload again, and hopefully it works this time. So right here for the commit, at least we're gonna have a message, right? Okay, cool. The message, and we're also gonna have, what else do we want in this? Do we want the author? Do we not have the author over here? No, we really don't. Or committer? No. So maybe author in here, yeah. So we need login and avatar URL. We're gonna need to make a fragment on this. Oh wait, it still fails? Yeah, this is the old one actually. Where's the new one? Did I not get the new one? Would this one work? I mean, if it doesn't work, I'll just delete this one and try again. It seems like there's some caching issues going on here. But that shouldn't really stop us. You know, let's keep tinkering. Git actor doesn't have login. That's funny. Okay, let's just delete the packages for now, and we can generate everything again. Sorry, I have to do this on the side. I do have a bug that I need to fix immediately because it's related to data privacy. So create app packages. Let's do everything. Yeah, let's just increment the number a little bit. And let's just keep hammering away with the query over here. So what we actually need is maybe a name. Okay. Do you do full name? No full name, huh? Oh, they have the actual user. Okay. So maybe I can delete this, right? So right here I can do login and avatar URL. And for the commit, we want the message, we want the author, and we show the message, we'll show the author. We already have the ID. Do we have the SHA? Nope. They have ID though. But I believe I'm already getting the ID, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, like I said, we can always change this, right? We can always change it if the ID is not what we want. Okay, so I'm just thinking like, what exactly do we need in this case, right? And for that to work, each commit is gonna need its own repository. Maybe. So repository, we're gonna need the ID, not if. ID, name, owner, only get login in this case. And think that's it, right? This is only for navigation purposes, so when we click on the commits, actually goes to the correct page in the repo. So yeah, the reason why I'm fetching it is because obviously I have it when I do the API, but if I don't attach it in the object from the data that I fetch, I'll still need to attach the repo to it afterwards, right? So why not just have the API done it for us? So we're using the compute power in GitHub server instead of in the user's local machine, right? So that's like a smart choice, basically. So yeah, that's the commit, and I think at this point we can go for the comments. And there's no commenting here, so okay, yeah, no worries. So you have the author, you have the repository, now you get the comments, right? Yeah. So let's get the first 50 in this case. So this is one that goes deep. So I don't know, maybe in the end we'll still max out our so each commit has comments. Oh, this will be fun. So commit comments is like they're attached to each commits, right? And in that case, we can just put it under the commits, and that'll give a totally different user experience on the UI, where the website does it separately, right? The website does like, here's the list of commits that you made, and here's the comments that you made. But for this gonna be different. If we can attach the comments under the commit, it's gonna have a totally different user experience on the UI. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, total count and nodes. And for the comments, we're gonna have ID. We're gonna have body. We're gonna have author. We're gonna have login. We're gonna have avatar. That's the author, and we're gonna have reactions, and we're gonna have ID. We're gonna have yeah, actually I don't know. We're gonna have total count of reactions, and damn it, so here we need to do the first 50 thing, which is annoying. And nodes, so for each node we need the ID, we need the content, and we need the user with their login. So basically that's all we need from comments, right? We need to display who commented, what's the ID, what's the body, and what's the reaction. I think that's pretty much all we need at this point. So it's pretty good. So comments has commits. You know what? Why don't we just go for the ID here, right? So that's the commits. So now we have reviews, comments, commits. Next is event. You don't have events? Activities? Oh no, so don't tell me events are separate. That would be so much more difficult than what it already is. So basically for the events, the way we're getting it, so we're not We don't have the code currently locally because it's well, we're in the hot patch branch, not the dev branch. That's fine. So for the commits, we can do it later. So we have reviews, comments, commits. Commit comments are in commits now. And what else do we have really? So we used to fetch reviews and review comments separately. So now that we put them together, in a way, we're kind of eliminating one of the API calls. So it used to be 4, now it's 3. No, it used to be 5, right? It used to be 5. Now it's 3. Actually, while we're loading it, what we can do is to... Oh, actually, let's do this first. I will not validate it because I know the results already, okay? And let's try uploading it this time. I hope it works. So for events, it's gonna be different. So for events, oh, you know what? For the things we already have, let's do a test. And it works. Okay, that's very nice actually. So let's copy everything into a code editor so everything looks nice, right? So these are the commits, right? So for each commit we have an ID, and these two we can see they are different. And this, I don't know if it's the char. Sorry, I'm just attending, updating my package with the hot patch. So let's see if it's okay. Submit to store. Okay, and it is processing, so good. Good. So I think for our local branch, we can switch gear to, actually we need to do this. save everything, and then submit everything. Update to 1.0.5, commit, publish. Oh, do we just make a build from this branch? Dang it. You know what? Let's just create a pull request. Yeah, now that it is merged, switch back to main, fetch, pull, and switch back to my local dev. And what I'm gonna do is to pull from main just a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna push that. Hopefully it's okay. And we're gonna reload everything since, yeah, we just got back. Now we're in the dev branch again. Okay, so let's go back to our to this thing, right? So let's see, this is the thing we got. And do we have any comments? Oh, so right here we do see one comment in the commit, which is pretty good. So this commit, message is yeah, we have ID, we have message, we have author, repository, which is pretty sweet. We have comments, and for the comments, we first time in our life we have comments embedded in a commit, which is pretty good. And we have the author, we have the body of the comment. It is all really sweet. So one thing I do want to confirm is what are these IDs, right? So far we're not getting the char, it seems like. So let's see, even if we expand this and we'd be like commit, nothing related to the commit, right? Char, no, hash, nothing, right? So it doesn't have anything. And if we can just look at the definition and see if they have like definitions on the things. Oh, that is helpful. It doesn't tell you what the ID is. Get object ID. OID, the get object ID. I don't know if that's what it is. Signature, status. Wait, status of commit has status? Yeah, they don't tell you much, but one thing we can do is to go to the actual commit. So for the commit that we're trying to see here is the one that has a comment that says good good code, and that would be merge pull request number 21. It's the last one. Okay, so let's go to it. Okay, let's go to it, and here we're gonna have some ID, but I think that's the char, right? That's the char of this, but it doesn't seem to be the same as the ID that we're having. So how can we get the shard? Yeah, we need the shard. We need it very, very much. Wait, this is not the one. This is not the one with the... Or is it? So the message is correct for the commit, and view commit details. Oh, we need to create a date for all of them. Yep, that's one thing we're missing from our queries, but we do need to make sure that we're getting the IDs. It is weird to me that when you try to get a commit in GitHub API and they don't give you the shard. If they don't give you the shard, then how are you gonna fetch it later, right? So commit, nose commits. They don't have anything. Let's get the OID and see what that thing is. So OID is the get object ID, right? So let's do a fetch. But first we need to get our variables, because it is annoying that every time it just clears it. And this is the same one, right? So what is OID? Oh, it seems like OID is the shard. So okay, we're getting OIDs then. Interesting. OID. And what was the things that we need? Oh, created time, was it? Created at, nope. So we're gonna do it here then. Author date, committed date, pushed date. Ooh. You know what? We'll just get all of them, right? Date, commit date, push date. So yeah, we're getting all of them. So that's the commits, and for the comments, I think we need to have that as well. So created at, okay. Pull request reviews. So yeah, same thing for the reviews. We have created at, but for the comments, we don't. So for each one, we're also gonna need created at, and the thing same goes for the comments. Already have it. Reaction. It doesn't really matter for reactions, I think. Yeah, reactions can just be reactions. commits, we already have it. Now we worry about events. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do issue. We're gonna do the same number. I know it's tricky, but that's just how GitHub API works. Issues and pull requests, they are the same thing essentially. So right now we have the issues, and the only thing we want to grab is the events, and we don't have it. We have ID, yeah. Okay, how are we gonna grab events then? No events. It's how are we gonna do events then? That is very, very interesting. So let's see how we do them now. If we just open up our service, GitHub service, and go back to our block of code that we hate, the 5 APIs that we're making, right? 5 APIs we're making. Events come from issue.events basically, so I'm not too sure why we don't have it. So issue I'm pretty sure this is how we're gonna get it. So let's see what issue has definitions. So it has no assignable, closable, comment, updatable comment, reactable, lockable, repository node, subscribable, uniform resource, locatable, project next owner. It has assignees, author, test body, which we don't need. It doesn't seem like they have events in here, which I would understand because events is hard to do. Also, I'd be okay if they just don't have events in here, because one thing I can do definitely is that I can just keep my events API, and that's because events are hard to implement, and I don't want to re-implement events basically, right? And yeah, so yeah, actually I think we're good, and the only thing we need at this point other than events is pagination. And It's not easy to do pagination. I get it, but we need to do it somehow. Pagination. So everywhere we are using this first 50 thing, we need to have a pagination, right? But not like everywhere. We do it on the top level. So reviews, comments, commits, and that's it. Yeah, so let's do that. So that's number, and we can have page also be an integer, right? And we can have it used right over here. So wait, why is it string? Returns the elements in the list that comes after the specified cursor. And it is string? First, after, before. Does it have like page, states? Wait, what? Page info, yeah. Okay, so basically we can't have this. But we can have a string. And over here, instead of this, we can do after page. Is that how it works? And for after total count, we're gonna have page info, and we're gonna have a start cursor and cursor. What else do you have? Has next page, has previous page, basically, right? Okay. That's okay. Does it take sort? It doesn't take sort. So So for each node, does it take a sort? Then how do I know if you're giving me the correct ones I want? This is very troubling. Okay, so one thing we need to worry about a little bit here is that the pagination information we're going to pass in here is not exactly, how should I say this? Is not exactly one size to fit all for reviews and comments and commits, right? So maybe it'll work, because if I do after a certain cursor, and it's gonna be, but the thing is, the cursor is gonna be from each single one of them. So yeah. But you know what? It's okay. So what we can do in this case is to do a review page. And do it here. And a comment. Comment page. And commit page. And we're gonna do the comment page over here in the comments. So after that, and commit is after this. And one thing we need to do is to give initial value for all of this. So basically something like 0, right? So let's take a look at the connections and pagination info. What are edges? Oh. Wait, what? Is that okay? Okay. You know what? We have the page info, so I think we have everything we want. And Okay, so let's see how to correctly do pagination. GitHub, GraphQL, pagination. Hope they have some good examples over here. Cursor. Okay. So the cursor thing is really cursor default is basically what I want. Okay, so let's see what they have on the pagination thing. So plurals, slicing, pagination edges. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it doesn't seem they have good explanations on that. Cursor omits words. Okay, so for the cursor thing, I think let's just try if we can put a default value to it. Okay, be like this. See if it works. No, it does not work. Okay, can't have a default value. Oh, okay. So can we be like just delete these and paste in our trusty variables again? We get something, right? So let's see. I think it works. Okay, so that means all we need to do is to get pagination information from basically everything. And yeah, that's totally fine by me. So we need them for reviews. We need them for the comments, right? Basically. And need them for reactions. And need them for comments. Also need them for commits. Actually, also needs them here for the reactions. And here for the commits. Nose commit and the commit comments. And the reactions. That should be the last of what we need. And paste in our trusty variables again. Fetch does not appear to be a cursor. Yeah, tell me about it. For reviews, we didn't have this issue before we run it, and now it appears. That's interesting. We really need this thing to work, man. This is not good. Okay, so this is just really complicated. Oh, okay, I get it now. I've been looking at this thing wrong, so I don't need pagination info at first, but I do need them later on, right? So for now, what I can do is, okay, where are they? Since they are not necessary, like non-mandatory field, I can just omit them, okay? And if I omit them, then they won't exist, essentially. So let's try that. And it works, right? Yeah, everything works. So this is how to do it, basically. And yeah, and I think pretty much this is the whole thing that we need. So let's copy this, paste it somewhere that we can use. Didn't we do something here? I remember creating a folder. This is a dev branch, right? And yeah, I remember creating a folder here. ss.graphql, yeah. Last we need to do this and include this in project. So this is what we need, basically. And yeah, we're gonna start using this somehow. So this needs to be, this is content. So it needs to be copied to the output directory. And so it is copy always. Let's do always. Save, and we just need a way to read it, right? So remember, we have all the tests. Nice. We have all the test scenarios over here, basically indicating that this is the way we need to to do GraphQL, right? And first of all, we need to read, we need to get a path of the file, and then we need to read the content of the file, and then we need to define the variables, and then we need to assemble the query, and then we send it out. Okay, so you know what, it seems like it's gonna be a lot for us to just to for us to get the UI going, because we need to parse the return data JSON, and then we need to deserialize it into objects. But what we can do today is we can get the data from the API, and we can call that a day. Okay, so yep, let's see if this will work, right? I'm not too sure, but let's give it a go. So let's go to the GraphQL service. We don't have it. Okay, doesn't matter. GraphQL. Where's GraphQL? Here we go. And let's just have like a static field or something. Or yeah, we can do it here. Let's see if we can. Path. Yep. We can see how we do that in a UWP project, right? Read app file. Not like project file. I think I actually did something like that in here already. Not these ones. Data maybe, right? In-app purchases. Content do not copy. I see. So let's see where we're using this. In-app purchase. We're using it here. We're getting this file. Yeah, we can try to do this. I'm not sure if it'll work, but let's see. So when the app is starting, we created GraphQL service basically, right? And that's for auth service when it is created. What about if it's not created? Yeah, actually that's a pretty good point. So for authenticating, let's see where we're setting this. Here, right? So this is for authorizing, and at this point we already have everything. And if that's the case, then we can already start setting it like this. And token can just be we say save token. We're saving the string. Okay, so basically over here token is access token. Okay, so there's no need to worry about that. So it's always being initialized. This is for authorizing it, and this is for creating it. I'm not too sure when authenticate is called, but I'm pretty sure it is login. And yep. So if we're not logging in, then we're not calling this. So maybe we need to initialize this somehow, right? Oh, you know what? Yeah, what am I thinking about? So to reading a file when your app starts, because that's basically what I'm trying to do here. I don't want to do it like, oh, we need to build, okay, no worries. So basically I'm gonna have some kind of activation here, right? And this is the whole unactivated thing. I'm gonna navigate to shell page, unlaunched. Okay, I don't have a good place to put it right now, but let's build a project so we can get the squiggly red lines go away first. I mean, I have bad places where I can put it, but I'm not sure if I have a good place to put it. So I'd rather just put it in the correct place instead of putting it anywhere. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a lazy loading. So over here I'm gonna have private string PR conversation query, and yeah, so basically I'm gonna have that, and I'm gonna have a boolean PR conversation query loaded, and it's gonna be false, right? So yeah, and right here I'm gonna have if PR conversation query not loaded, then I need to read it from the files, right? So I need to do this. And here the folder needs to be GraphQL, and the file is get PR conversation nodes dot GraphQL. and that's a file we want to read. And we're gonna bring in windows.storage for this. And after having the file, what we can do is to do proc cfile dot content, no, read. Okay, need to read it. What does this return? Okay, we'll just use this. And I think we can just pass in this file, right? And that's actually just gonna be my query. And PR conversation query loaded is gonna be true after this. So now that I have my query, I need to create my variables. And I believe we need number. That's gonna be pr dot number smart. Okay. After that, so everything here has been done, right? The only thing that hasn't been done is to serialize the object. In which case we need to modify. Our GitHub GraphQL service a little bit. So when we receive a run, we actually also need to receive a dictionary of string object. Let's call it not params. Let's just call it variables. Okay. Sorry, this is gonna be string. And over here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna serialize the whole thing, right? We're gonna serialize, that's a query, that's a variables, and we're gonna serialize it just the way we did. So sending the queries over here. The queries are placed in string content, which is okay. So over here, we're gonna do this, okay? Var JSON content equals to JSON serializer. Is that a thing? No. Okay. It's not that different from the one I used. Okay, JSON serializer dot serialize, and what we're gonna do here is an anonymous object, basically, of query equals to query and variables equals to variables, and we're gonna have some options, right? So for the options, is there like a formatting option? Okay, forget about it. So let's just do this. Let's just do this right now. And we use JSON content in here, basically. What was it before? Oh, token, okay. And that's it, right? Go to the service, be like, hey, this thing needs something else. This thing needs a dictionary for it to work. Okay. Go back to the GitHub service, and we're gonna call var res equals to await Graphql service dot run, and we have the query and the variables. Let's see, it is the moment of truth. Actually, we need this. Okay, so exciting. Let's put a breakpoint over here, see if we can get the data. Exciting. Well, at least it compiled. Oh my god. Okay, something is wrong over here. I deleted my brush. I deleted my acrylic brush because I am moving fully to moving fully to Mica, and I forgot that the login page still uses the acrylic brush. So I'm gonna need to think about either another design or I need to add the acrylic brush back just for this page. Okay, yep. No worries, no worries. Let's move forward. Yeah, I definitely do not want that experience. Gonna need to see what we can do to mitigate that. But one thing we can do right now is to go to a pull request and see if we can get the data. Oh, yes. We got the data for sure. This is so satisfying. So satisfying. Okay, that's it for today. We didn't get to creating UI because serializing things. We didn't get to the point where we can serialize a lot of things. But this is good. This is very good. We are very close to replacing our API with GraphQL. All we need is deserialize the JSON into objects. It's gonna be a little hard, but it's totally doable. Second thing we're gonna need is to replace the UI and the model and the view model, right? It's a complicated process, but we need to get it done. Third thing is we need to worry about pagination, so we need to replace the view model with incremental loading collection, and do the pagination properly that way. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that needs to be done for this work, but man, oh man, would it be worth it? Because that was really fast, right? That fetch is really, really fast, and I'm really happy about it. And you know what? I think this is pretty good progress for today, and I think it means that we are on the right track to replace our API with GraphQL, at least for this page alone. Of course, I'm looking forward to doing this more in the future if we have other pages that make sense to have GraphQL instead of fetching everything with multiple APIs. I'll definitely consider doing that as well. But for now, this is our progress for today. I'm so excited for what this might mean for the future of the app and the future of the API fetching. And thank you so much for watching. Definitely subscribe and follow me on Twitter. Check out JitHub if you're interested in the app. I stream every morning in Pacific time, so check me out on Twitch if you're interested in watching programming, live coding. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream or the next video. Bye bye.